I've been heavily criticised recently for the way my videos start, because apparently I always go hello. So hello. I can't bring myself to say hi YouTube. I can't do it, although I just did. I can't do it. I just can't do it. So I'm in France. Where am I in France? About 2 hours. Well, I'm looking at the kilometre markers here. I'm at kilometre 160, which means I've done 160 k's since I got onto the A26. So it's about 2 hours from Calais. Although I came over yesterday on the train. And parked up near Calais, which some of you may think is not the ideal thing to do, but with the type of trailer I've got, the fact that I'm coming out, and the fact that I did come off the motorway and travel about 15 minutes off the motorway to somewhere I know, parked on the side of a supermarket. I park there quite a lot, and yeah, I won't park there on my way home, but it's safe enough. Safe enough. No problems. Anyway, France. On my way to Geneva initially. So I'm loaded for Switzerland and Italy at the moment. So I'm going to go into Swiss tomorrow. I've got one drop in Swiss and then 2 collections in Swiss, all in Geneva, or in the immediate area of Geneva. And then I'm going to come out actually through it. I'm planning on coming out through a border I've never used before. I'm going to go in through whatchamacallit, St Julien, Bardonnex, which is a border I've used a lot, and then I'm going to come out the next border round. Can't remember what it's called. That's the plan anyway. I might not, that might change, but that's the plan. And then carry on up and through the Mont Blanc to tip in Italy on Monday. Today being Thursday, so I'll be in Swiss tomorrow, I'll be in Friday, in and out tomorrow, and then weekend in Italy, down to, I've got a drop in Reggio Emilia, a drop in in Modena, and then I've got a collection in Monaco. So obviously I come out through Ventimiglia, along the coast, drop into Monaco. Well, might not actually have to go into Monaco. Might be lucky with it. The collection itself is actually in Monaco, but Monaco is not truck friendly. There are only a couple of places that you can actually get away with stopping in Monaco before the police descend on you and make you move. So we might get them to bring that, or those goods, those items, out to me. You know, at that park at the Monaco Péage or something like that. But we might end up going into Monaco. We'll see. Well, those are next week's problems anyway. So yeah, so to go back to what I'm doing tomorrow, the goods I've got on this week, may sound strange, but the Italy goods I've got on at the moment that I'm going to take into Switzerland don't need customs clearance on them. Without going into details, I'm allowed to take those goods into Switzerland and then back out of Switzerland with no customs. Actually, the Swiss goods I've got on don't require customs either, so I have no customs paperwork at all. So it would just be a case of driving down to the border at Bardonnex, getting some tax, driving in really, stop at the window when I show me tax and tell them what I've got on. But when I tell them what I've got on, they might want to see some paperwork for it, which I have, but that isn't customs paperwork. They may or may not ask. And then, yeah, just through, do what I need to do, back out, same procedure, back out, close my tax out, tell them what I'm doing, and they'll let me through. And then up and over the Mont Blanc into Italy. Simple as that, really. Quite a tidy trip. I actually did this trip. Not this trip, but a trip similar to this, but the opposite way around, a couple of weeks ago. Because I came out, went to Monaco first, then went round like Padova, Piacenza, Modena, loaded then in Italy for Switzerland, tipped Switzerland, back into Italy, and then loaded for Northern Germany. Tipped and loaded Northern Germany and back into the UK. So yeah, it's sort of a similar sort of trip, but the opposite way around, without the Germany. Yeah, hopefully it should be interesting. Second time recording this clip because I left the radio on. I didn't realise. And you get myself into all sorts of copyright issues. So yeah, job's changed slightly for the better, which makes a change because jobs normally don't change for the better. So my delivery in Geneva tomorrow was supposed to be right in the centre, like proper central Geneva, which isn't as bad as it sounds. Been in there a few times. It's not terrible, but the guy's just rung me and said he wants to meet me on the outskirts of Geneva, and he's going to text me an address this afternoon or a location. What he also told me is that one of my collections, which I didn't know, is also for him. So he's planned to go and collect the goods for me tomorrow, meet me in Geneva, take the Geneva stuff off me, put the Geneva collection on me in the same place, and then I can go off and do my second Geneva collection from there. So it makes tomorrow a bit easier because it's essentially taking a collection off me. I don't have to go into the middle of Geneva, which is not difficult, but it takes time, and I don't have to go and do one of my collections. So he's sorting me right out there. So hopefully I'll be in and out of Geneva, all being well, tomorrow morning. Be in Italy tomorrow afternoon. makes for a slightly boring weekend, because we parked up from Friday till Monday morning, essentially with nothing to do. But part of the job, I suppose. So yeah, I'm gonna do about another 3.5 hours driving. I've just had a break. Oh, hang on, that'll be the job changing again, that. I'll come back to you. Back now. It wasn't anything changing, it was confirming the changes. So yeah, just a bit more driving down through France. Probably park somewhere down near the bottom of the A39 tonight. And I'll leave me about an hour and a bit to do tomorrow. Hour and a half, something like that, to get around to Geneva and the border. I don't really want to go much further than that. I could actually make it up there tonight, but I don't like parking at the border at Bardonnex. Plus, if you get there and it's full, you're committed to going into Switzerland, and I really don't want to do that. Because parking in Swiss isn't the best. So yeah, I'm just going to stick somewhere down the bottom of the A39. It makes no difference to tomorrow. So the beginning of day 2. Just leaving Nantua. About, don't know, an hour maybe from Geneva, maybe a bit less. Something's about to fall off my top bunk. It may be a bit less, but there'll be a queue this time of day. Hopefully it won't be too bad for trucks, and there'll be a queue of cars going through, but that well, obviously always moves quite quickly. Hopefully it won't be too bad for trucks. And like I say, I'm not doing customs anyway. It's just transiting through as though you're empty. Oh, shut up. Lane departure thing. I really enjoy this drive from Nantua up and into Italy. Especially in winter. I'm very much a winter person. I always get in the wrong lane there. So this is the exit down to the border, St Julien. Some people call it St Julien, some people call it Bardonnex, some people call it St Julien Bardonnex, or Bardonnex. I think the French pronounce it Bardonnex. And this is the queue. As you can see, it's all cars. There's no trucks in here at all. There will be trucks down there, but the northern borders this time of day, and Chiasso from Italy coming up south on the A2, we're absolutely rammed with trucks this time of day. Wheel and Rhine, oh man, there'll be a couple of kilometres of queuing trucks to get into Wheel and Rhine as we speak, I would have thought. So this border's not too bad in that respect, but you do have lots of cars coming in. Yeah, on the border front, St Julien is the French side of the border, and Bardonnex is the Swiss side of the border. So actually Wheel and Rhine is called Basel Wheel and Rhine, and Saint Louis is called Basel Saint Louis, technically. I need to get over. So all I've got to do when I get down here is run in, grab some tax. There might be some formalities at the window. They might even want to look in the trailer, but there's no customs to do. And I've got any relevant paperwork that he may ask for, I've already got it out and it's ready to go, so I'm prepared. The customs is all about the duty that needs to be paid on the goods. If there's no duty to pay on them, then there's no customs paperwork to complete. So if the goods haven't been bought or sold, or they haven't increased in value, well, no, that's not technically true. If they haven't been bought or sold, so if the goods are still owned by the same person or the same company, and they're going into and out of Switzerland without changing title, you don't need customs. But if the goods leave Switzerland, increase in value, and then return to Switzerland, you have to pay duty on that value increase. It's all very complicated and silly. I suppose it's not silly, because they just, the Swiss just want what's owed to them. You can't blame them for that, but the procedures are a little bit silly. What should be happening is all the cars should be getting out of the lane that I'm in. But they'll go for whatever lane's quickest right to the end, and then I'll try and get in. Normally what they do. It's all now turned into one delivery and one collection now at the same place, because the guy who's having the goods delivered is also the guy that's arranging the goods leaving Switzerland. As I said yesterday, but I didn't realise all of the jobs out of Switzerland are for him. So he's going to go around. There's only a couple of bits and pieces, there isn't a lot to come out, it's only a few bits. So he's going to go around and collect all that for me in his van and meet me. And yeah, we're going to just basically do it at the side of the road. Which makes my life a lot easier, because it's gone, I think, from 4 jobs now in Switzerland to 1, essentially. So and the Italy stuff's changed as well. So I had a couple of drops in Italy, I had 2 or 3 drops in Italy as I remember, and that's now changed to 1 delivery as well at Modena. This fella seems extremely organised and says don't go running around all the different delivery points in Italy, drop them all off at one place and I will sort it all out for you. So that was very good of him. So if we had customs to do, go in there, go in the right hand parking area number 3, but I haven't. So I'll go down the empty lane, and what you do is, if you've got customs to do, you go and see the French in that little hut there. Get, I think you get a bit of paper off them, I can't remember, you get a bit of paper off them, I think. I don't think they stamp anything for you, you just get a piece of paper off them and then make your way down here to do your Swiss part of your customs on foot. Taking a chance here going right down here, because if there's nowhere to park, I'm buggered basically. And it's looking like there's nowhere to park. Oh dear. Oh, let's get in there, man. Let's get right in there. Oh, do you know what? I'm just going to have to go behind these. Just going to have to go behind this gentleman here and reverse out. Keep an eye on her on the phone, make sure she just doesn't step into the road in front of me. Right, tax time. Don't put it on brake. Unless you do actually have a chance to have a proper brake. Try and sneak 15 minutes here and they catch you. They probably won't do you for it, but they'll complain, and it just gives you attention that you don't really want. You don't want to stand out from the crowd at this place. 6 mileage. Right, tax. So that's my tax done. Takes 2 minutes. Walking down takes longer. There's a coach in it, won't be on this side. And I dropped one of my fuel cards on the way in, didn't realise. And a very kind French driver who's just come and found me with it. It's a bit of a lucky escape there. Down to the border. I'm going to have to stop the camera at the border. Just because, well, he won't appreciate being filmed. And he might ask me what I've got on. Didn't even look at the tax. Oh, hang on. Unless you misunderstood what was happening. She did misunderstand what was happening, hang on. Well, caused a little bit of confusion there. Because she stopped me right in the middle of everything to have a look in the trailer. But we are through. Always really confuses them. I'm out of breath now. You say, are you empty? I say, no, but I've no customs. I'm in lane again. So you are not empty, you are loaded, but you have no customs. Yes, that's correct. And show them all the paperwork. But I've been told it's usually quite junior members of staff that sit in the booths. I don't know how true that is. So they may not be fully aware of the various regulations. And that's why you can sometimes encounter problems. But she was friendly enough anyway. Now I've got an hour and a half to do 21 kilometres. Which by anybody's standards should be easily achievable. Makes it worse because my French is awful. I'm not so bad at German, but my French is absolutely awful. We have another one of our customers down here. Well, he's a little way down here yet. And I was going to come in last night and go and park there. because if you're ringing and ask him, even if you're not delivering there, just ask him if you can park in there. He'll leave the gates open and you can go in. He's a dead nice fella, but I don't like to impose on people like that. Lanes again. Concentrate on what you're doing, Peter. Wouldn't be so bad if it was the first time I'd ever come down here, but it didn't. I'm just going to stay out here because I know I have to be in the left-hand lane down there. Getting lots of messages. Be welcome to Switzerland stuff, won't it? Port Frank, where you come to do your customs if you're clearing in Geneva. Port Frank. There's something weird about these lights. I think you can stay on the left hand side there to go straight through down here, but there's something weird about these lights. I can't remember what it is. Port Frank's on the left hand side here. I have a customs compound inside, and this is the way you have to come down this little service road to go into Port Frank, because you can't turn left at the lights. You have to go up that little filter lane there where that van is. No, I could have stayed on the main road there. Never mind. Every time I come down here, I am normally going into Port Frank, so I always come off there anywhere. So stick to what you know. Makes no difference. Oh, in fact, it's brought me out in front of a little bit of traffic, I think. Come out here and get myself clear of that cycle bus lane. I think the weird thing about these lights that I'm thinking of is if you don't come down the filter lane to go into Port Frank, you have to turn right here, turn round, which you can do pretty much straight away, come back up to the lights, but I'm sure you can't turn left to come back this way. Something, oh yeah, you can, that car's doing it. I don't know then. I don't know. Might just be making it all up. I'm through that little bit of traffic now. That took about 15 minutes. I'm only a couple of 100 metres further on than I was really, but I'm through the lights that were causing the problems. I was going to come out through a different border, one I've never used before, but I've changed my mind about that, because I was going to come through it because initially it looked easier to get to than the main border at Bardonnex, but actually looking at it now, it's not. So I just want to keep it straightforward and come back to the main border. Plus, coming out loaded with no customs, I want a border where they know what they're doing. I don't want some poxy little border that's not seen a truck in 6 months. So I'll stick to the main border at Bardonnex coming out. So I've now got an hour and 5 minutes to do 15 kilometres. So hopefully it won't be too bad. Traffic should start getting easier as well. It's 5 to 9 here. So hopefully traffic will start to ease off. I find driving through Swiss cities, through the centre, maybe with the exception of Zurich, normally pretty straightforward during the day because everybody's at work. Police stood here for some reason. Municipal police, which means like local town police, I suppose. Good for directions, those people. Oh, I want to go down there. I've not done it wrong though, that is actually the lane I need to be in. It's just because of the bus. Come on. Plus it's got a green light, it's been dark and go, that's all I'm waiting for really. bloke with a Christmas tree there. I'm sure I could have gone straight on there. Maybe not. I looked at this corner on the map earlier, well, on Google earlier, wondering if I'd be able to get round it or not, but yeah, that's how I thought it would be. Pretty straightforward. So I take no notice of that. I ain't stopping. I'm committed. Yeah, I couldn't have gone straight on at those lights just back there because I can't turn left if I'd have come in that way. I just keep getting stopped by traffic lights. I really like Switzerland in the winter. I like Switzerland full stop. Just the borders are a pain. Straight, and I'm going down that. So I'm going to go up here. Oh, it does actually say no right turn there, but might be ignoring that, to be honest. If it's no right turn just because they don't want you to turn right, I'm probably just going to turn right. But if it's no right turn because it's a bus route, that's a different story. We'll see when we get up there. There's writing at the bottom of that sign to tell you stuff. Ah, okay, no, it's no right turn into that sharp right there, but to go up here, which is where I want to be, is okay. Brilliant. The main train station there on the left. I'm thinking you didn't see it. Go back over the river, whatever it is, lake, end of the lake in a minute. Be a lot quicker if these lights had changed. You didn't keep sitting at traffic lights for ages. Swiss Army knife shop on the right. So we've got Cartier on my right, the Chanel shop, Patek Philippe, Mont Blanc, which I'm assuming is the pen shop. Who knows? It's all a bit pretentious. Versace. Oh yeah, this is where all the money comes in Geneva, isn't it? I'll just keep going. Oh dear. Oh man, I've got myself in completely the wrong lane. Shouldn't have been looking at all the shops. I'm now causing chaos. Chaos is now being caused. Cyclists still trying to come round me. It's all happening. It's all kicking off. There you go. Oh, I've stopped the entire job now behind me. Never mind. I'm pretty sure. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Don't. Oh man, the Volvo at the side of me has just randomly started reversing for some reason and so nearly reversed into the car behind him. That was ridiculous, that. Yeah, as I was saying, I'm pretty sure, given enough time, I'll get over it. It'd be difficult initially, but I'll get there. Off we go. Everybody's friends again. Never been this route through Geneva before. I keep crossing little paths that I've done previously, so I'll briefly get glimpses of, oh, I know where I am, and then immediately it's gone again. But I'm heading out of Geneva now, as you can possibly tell by the traffic on the left heading in, so hopefully it should start to get a lot easier. Because it hasn't been too bad. Oh, they don't mean me. If you are easily offended by people that go through red lights, don't watch. I was coming over Snowdonia beginning of this week, on Monday. I had a cyclist pull out of, he was on a mountain bike, all dressed up in the gear, and he came out of a dirt track onto the road in front of me, and there was a truck coming the other way, and I had to brake really, really, really hard to stop from killing him. And he had the nerve to call me an obscene name. I was quite cross with him. pompous, self-righteous, insert your own finish to that sentence. Whatever was falling off the top bunk this morning has just fallen off. So that's it basically. That is Geneva. I'll have a little look around here. So bit of a jump here because I'm in Italy now, and it was my intention to film coming up Mont Blanc, but I was on the phone, so I didn't. But anyway, in Italy now. We're gonna go and park I'm gonna park at Calais tonight, and then probably do a bit more tomorrow, just to break the weekend up a bit, to be honest. Start pretty late tomorrow. So there's no rush on Monday. So start pretty late tomorrow. Undecided as to what I'm going to do. I might go Milan, but I might also sort of go the long way round via Alessandria, come out of Picenza. I don't know. I'll decide tomorrow on that one what I'm going to do. Lots of tunnels on the way down here. Tunnels in Italy as well. Some of them set up so your phone will work when you go through them. Get a little sign before him with a picture of a mobile phone, and it says GSM as you enter the tunnel, and that means that the phone signal's sent through the tunnel, so your phone works, it won't go off when you're in there. Northern Italy in winter as well gets really cold. It's absolutely freezing outside. It says 8 degrees, but it doesn't feel 8 degrees. It feels a lot colder. Probably about 45 minutes away from Cruisio, something like that. What I might do, in fact what I will do, is go and drive around the old Cruisio place that's shut down, and then go down to New Cruisio, just down at the roundabout. like a plan. So this is the A4 between Turin, well, let's move that a bit. A4 between Turin and Milan. The A4 goes all the way across the top of northern Italy. Well, this is the section we're concerning ourselves with today. Found some pictures recently. I was having a sort out at home of my first ever trip to Italy. Because I have got stacks of stuff at home. You wouldn't believe the stuff I've kept. Seriously. Stacks of stuff. I've got stickers and ferry tickets and old Euro vignette and oh man, you wouldn't believe the stuff I've kept. I've even got fuel receipts and stuff like that from years and years and years ago. So, right, about to embark on the longest slip road in the world. The building to the left there, like the cream coloured building, is the old restaurant, the one everybody used to go to, but now is sadly closed down. Looks to be permanently closed, to be honest. There were rumours that he was going to reopen, but it seems not to have happened. Camera's wobbling about a bit because my rag has come out from underneath the phone holder. Oh dear. I don't know what's going on here. I could stop here for the weekend. I could stop here till Monday, but it just makes it a very long 2 days. It's only 3:45 now on Friday, and I don't need to leave here till, well, I'd need to leave here pretty early Monday because of the traffic, Milan traffic situation. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set off again tomorrow because it doesn't really affect anything, and get to the far side of Milan and stop again. Just go and telepass there because he's doing his card thing. So, Chorizo, very, very, very popular. with your British lorry driver. Let's go in the old place first. So if we were going to the new place, we'd turn right here, but we're not. We're going to go and have a little tour of the old Carrizio. Let's just pull straight out here, I think. Adopt the Italian attitude to junctions and just drive out in front of everybody. I will be there all day. Oh dear. Oh well. Oh, there's a lady of low moral value there sat on a chair. Oh dear. Let's go down here. This is where they all used to park. Massive parking area, obviously, as you can see. My first ever weekend, talking about my first trip to Italy, my first ever weekend in Italy was spent here. Parked on the right, just there. Lots and lots and lots of weekends in here. Parking area is huge. This is what I always liked about this place, because you could always park here. I mean, seriously, huge amount of space. All this was parking. The truck wash, which is now sadly closed down. The CB shop, for those that are still interested in that sort of thing, has moved to the new place. I used to always come over here and park around here, just get away from everybody else. The beauty of this place was as well, if you came in with a fridge running, you knew even at 1 o'clock in the morning you'd come in here and there'd be somewhere to park out of the way of everybody else. It's a great place, absolutely brilliant. But the story goes, don't know how true this is, the story goes that this place, this half-started building here, was supposed to be a hotel, because they were supposed to move the Italian Grand Prix to Turin. This fella who owns this place invested all his cash in a hotel in the hope that he was going to get lots of business from the Grand Prix, etc. And then when that idea fell through, obviously he's stopped building his hotel, run out of cash, and the building works have dragged the restaurant down with them. But I don't know how true that is. That could just be completely made up, but that is what I've been told. So, not really the weather for sitting out all day dressed like that, is it? Off we go. So that is old Carrizio, where they used to go, and now we are going to go to where everybody goes now. I do have a favourite spot to park in here, and I hope it's not occupied. I don't like parking on their own parking area because it's muddy. Yeah, my spot's available. There's 3 brown yearlies in. Oh, and one of them, oh dear, one of them lot as well. Never mind. I'm sort of going against the one-way system here, but I do like to park facing out. So, just the way it is. Oh, I'll be full of big truckers in here tonight. Great. Lots of stories about where they've been and what they've done. Oh well, never mind. You know, I've got to say this, because this is quite rife in our industry. If you're talking to someone, you're relaying a story, and it isn't true, or it isn't your story, more than likely, the person you're telling it to knows this. But out of politeness, they're not saying anything. And if you haven't done something, or if you haven't been to a particular country, or you haven't done a particular route, but say that you have, and then continue to talk about it, really, really, really quickly, if you're talking to someone that has been there, or done that particular route, they will see through it and realise that you haven't actually been. But again, more than likely won't say anything to you just because they're polite, or possibly because they've got to spend the rest of the weekend with you and they don't want to create a bad atmosphere. But yeah, I don't know why people do it. It's ridiculous, really. But so many people do it. It's rife. It's absolutely rife. So many people tell me stories and make complete and utter fools of themselves. It's ridiculous. Don't do it. Anyway, that having been said, Curizio, time for a shower.